Okay. Are we back again? Man, so I am recording this for anybody listening. So I'll put it up on my YouTube. I'll probably hand it over to Pixologic as well, so that they can put it up as they want. Um, it's dumb. Um, I don't have a whole lot of internet providers available to me in my area, and so I kind of just get what I get. Um, I had this happening to me a couple of weeks ago during a class too, and it was just infuriating. I was so frustrated. You know, first world problems, right? Like, oh, my internet's spotty. Well, I've lived in places where we didn't have internet, so you know, it's better than some of the things I've lived with. It's like I don't know what everything's like where you guys are at. I know that I've lived in rural Chile. Lived there for a couple of years and didn't have any internet there. So you know, to be able to use the internet, we had to go, you know, take the micro, take the bus to downtown, so that we could, you know, so we could write to our families, so that we could, you know, anything we needed to do on the internet, you know. But yeah, c'est la vie. Okay. Now I just want to use this ZBrush and pull it into place. I wish I had somebody on here that would just like text me when it's when it's down. Maybe I should just pull it up on my phone, like open Twitch on my phone, and be able to watch. That's what I'll do when I have when I'm like just out and I need, you know, when I want something to do. If we're out visiting my in-laws or something, and I have some downtime, I'll go ahead and I'll open up my little Twitch app and watch something from Pixologic or whoever's streaming. Sometimes I'll watch Ana Carolina, or you know, some of my other friends that stream on here. Yeah, it's super helpful. I really like watching the streams because everybody works in such a different way, and you know, be able to see those different techniques, it's so helpful. My restream chat isn't working, which kind of feels indicative that it may not be working at all. Is it streaming? Ah. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Yeah, hopefully it's working. Thank you, Nightbot. Yes, get ZBrush. Okay, right now you can see my center line got messed up. So the thing that I do to be able to fix that, I mean, it's a little bit of a workaround, but you know, it works. I mean, we could do like what we did earlier. We just kind of pull out the center line. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I would say let me know if it stops, but it's kind of hard for that to happen. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and kind of center that out. It's not wanting to center that point, so instead of just doing that, let's go ahead, let's go to Geometry, Modify Topology, Mirror and Weld. And we have a little bit of a line here to fix, but let's see. Okay, cool. So this is the side that it's wanting to pull from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off symmetry. Let's pull this over, and now let's say Mirror and Weld, and now we got a center line back. Turn symmetry back on, and we are good to go. But yeah, so I like watching the streams. Kind of smooth that out. Let's even out the topology here. Fix the shape. Okay, now if I wanted to, I could just eliminate this loop and then re-add it, just for the sake of being able to get smooth transition on these points. Same for these this vertical edge going around. Maybe I'll just sculpt it though. Just kind of push and pull and drag, and I'm trying to listen to the music. I feel like the music was my first indicator with the first internet downage. Okay. So yeah, I've been going through. This is actually my second superhero I've done lately. I did Sailor Moon for the Sailor Moon redraw, and that was really fun. Definitely an interesting challenge. It's funny to see how viral it is. I mean, Sailor Moon's been huge for a lot of people. A lot of people really, really love the character, love the show, so I get it. I'm a huge Avatar fan. Let's turn on the dynamic mode in the draw size. That'll make things a little bit easier for me, so I don't have to worry about continuing to go back and forth and back and forth. Smooth that out, even out those topologies a little bit. Let's see, I'm curious, what's happening after my stream? Is there somebody on calendar right now? Let's check that out here in a minute. Lately, after I've streamed on Friday mornings, I've had Pixologic developer streams come on. Paul Gabry or Joseph Drust. And they're really great. Joseph has had this series going on where he's talking about collaboration and silhouette-based character design using ZBrush. I haven't gotten to watch everything that he's streamed on it, but it's a collaboration of he and somebody else. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head though. Okay, so one of the things I want to do, I don't want this these 5-pointed stars right on this transition. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to say, insert an edge loop right there, so it's right up against there. I'm going to, let's do this. Let's go Control W, so that way we have two separate groups. Okay, and then let's actually invert it. Control A, so that we have that purple group masked. And then I'm going to change my Z modeler brush from point actions over to slide. Okay, now I can just go ahead and slide these out. The reason why I don't want these 5-pointed stars to be right on the crease there, right on the edge of that that transition, is that when I smooth it out, it creates a little bit of an artifact. And so to avoid that, I can go ahead and I can move it away, and this way I get nice even topology, and this will behave predictably when I go to smooth it. Okay, hit smooth there. You can say smooth P or crease PG for polygroups. And you can see I'm getting a nice smooth transition there. So that's really powerful, really helpful way to be able to get that going and get predictable shapes. Okay, is to offset your 5-pointed stars. Your with your characters, with your character faces, you know, since we're talking about character stuff, you get a similar sort of thing. So let's get my face on. Okay, so right here you have a 5-pointed star for the transition. Right here you have a 5-pointed star for the transition. But the creases where you would get like your nasolabial fold and everything like that, that's happening with like this fold right here. So you're going to get like a little bit of a push. This will kind of, oh shoot, I don't want that, I don't want that. That will kind of move into the cheek muscle as that gets pulled up. This will get pulled out and beefed up. And yeah, so far so good. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to add an extra edge loop down here toward the end, and then here's what we're gonna do. Okay, here's what I want to do. So I want to keep this edge loop kind of continuous going down around, because it looks like it's a smooth transition to go down the cape. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to pull it down. We'll want to adjust some of these down here. Come on. And we'll just kind of pull that out a little bit, just to give it a little bit more of that flow to head down. Okay, so to be able to get this going, I'm gonna bridge this this cape down to here. I should have just left it so that it was connected in the middle, but oops. Connect that, but you know, no big deal. So connect that, and then we'll make this our last connected piece. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll make this one our last connected piece. What we can do now, let's take this and actually push it back in. Oh, but first let's do this. Let's insert an edge. Insert an edge loop, please. Don't get rid of my polys. Don't get rid of my polys. Okay, let's mask it so that it stays put. We'll just move that toward the center. This is going to help so that we can have the topology flow going down around the cape. Okay, so now we've got these two that we need to kind of add in as well. Let's go ahead. One, two, buckle my shoe. Here's what we're gonna do. Come on, insert. Okay, and then we'll say bridge. I don't know why it's jumping clear over there. Bridge that to that, that to that. And then, you know, so what this is doing, just to show you what this is creating, okay, is we now have this three-pointed star in there. And I need to actually add in some edge loops before I create too much to work with. Come on, insert. There we go. Okay, so now we got that in there. Add in a few extra loops kind of coming in. If certain components are giving you too much issue, you can always come in and say, you know, do nothing. So that way it's just it more defaults to the actual pieces that you're trying to actually work with. Okay, so smoothing that out. Got to refine the shape of this a little bit, and we'll do that as we go. Okay. Cool, so we got that started. Let's go ahead, let's make this double-sided. Display properties double-sided, and that'll help so that it feels just a little bit more complete. And so that we can see it from both sides too. Makes it nice so that when you're trying to visualize the character as a whole, I can see the cape and I can see the collar and I can see everything, and it's not like I have to pick and choose what I look at. Okay, this is a little bit too close, so I'm going to pull that apart some. And then this, let's actually pull this down. It looks like it needs to go down a little bit further. Close the loop at the top. Bantha Voodoo. Not sure what you mean. Were you talking about the empty gaping hole that I had at a second ago? If so, you were absolutely right, and hopefully it should be taken care of now. I'm working right now, okay? I'm running out of things to talk about. What do you guys want to talk about? Would have allowed for the piece at the bottom to be bridged near the top to bridge across. Yeah, Dynamesh is great. I love Dynamesh. I use it a lot, although I use it a lot less lately. It's a great tool though. Politics, oh boy. Oh boy. Too much to say on that. And I guess because this is the Pixologic channel, it's not my own, I'll probably refrain from political commentary. There's a lot that I could say. There's a lot that Pixologic has said on their channel, which is why I felt safe, going through and doing something like, doing a, particularly a black superhero, in support of the Black Lives Matter and those sorts of movements. And so, I want to be able to kind of show support to my brothers and my sisters in the Black community, and I felt like this was kind of a good way to be able to celebrate their skin tone, be able to celebrate the beauty of the African American race, and it's just it's great. I really love that. Benefit for low poly. This is something I mentioned earlier in the stream. This is a great question though. So the benefit for working low poly is that you have easier control over form and shape. You'll notice that as you're working with Dynamesh, it's a lot harder for you to kind of get smooth shapes and clean forms. But with the low topology, you can see it's really easy for me to get smooth shapes and clean forms. So that's why I work primarily with this. That, and it's good for industry practice. Working on controlling meshes and whatnot. Let's go ahead and drag that up. Go color fill on a bit. But yeah, so that's kind of my main reasoning for using low topology mesh is I really like the flexibility it offers, the cleanliness of the mesh. Yeah, it's super slick. Oh, cool. So where do you work, Bantha? Let's see. I get caught up in low poly modeling. Yeah, I get caught up in it too. But I don't know. It's just addicting to me. So it's one of those things that I guess you kind of just I don't know. Let's grab the curved tube. Okay, this is like the easiest way for me to add a ponytail. See? Oh, if I can make it the right size. Let's go ahead and do my stroke functions and make it. I want to give it something of a taper here. So let's make it so that it starts off really small. Let's do something like that and see if that works for me. Yeah, it's kind of working. I think it's a little bit too sharp or too bulbous toward the end though. Oh, and I wanted to keep that start point locked. Let's make this big. Okay. Yeah, that's true. You can't perform certain functions because of multiple subdivisions. So I like to work with the dynamic subdivisions a lot. And it's really helpful. Braggy politics, yeah, I know. Only kidding. Okay, I got you. I had lost track that you were the one that had mentioned politics as like a topic suggestion. Yeah, let's kind of pull this. Let's keep it about right there for now. Okay, and actually one of the things I like to do is I like to come down here to when I'm using my curved tubes, I like to change my brush modifiers to 8. And what that does is it makes it so that it is oh, hey, look at that. Okay. Hair. So that it has 8 subdivisions going around the outside. So it's just a little bit easier to control, things like that. A VR company in Austin, huh? Okay. Okay. Which one? I guess I don't. Thanks, man. Oh, so different workflows. So one of the things that Bantha and I were talking about, phaser lock. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Do you guys do stylized stuff, or do you guys do realistic stuff? So one of the things that that Bantha Voodoo and I on Twitch were chatting about a second ago was kind of working with low subdivisions versus working with Dynamesh. And there are benefits to each, in that Dynamesh does a really good job at just freeing you up. Yeah, it's really just a creative tool. There's not anything that you can really do with it that's production ready, which is why I like to just model things out. But it's just a difference of workflow. So what Bantha's talking about is going through and being able to just sculpt creatively, just get what it is that he wants out, and then it's able to just retopologize, which is really it's a great workflow, and a lot of people do it like that. I do it occasionally, not as often as I used to. In fact, when I discovered Dynamesh, that's pretty much all I did, and I thought myself to be amazing. so being like Bantha Voodoo and on Twitch, and doing the topology after, that's a great move, and it's a great way to be able to work, because then it offers you that flexibility without having to worry about really too much of anything. Because you're working on it with the understanding that later you're going to be making it work. You're just worrying about the look first, and worry about the function later. At Disney, I did a lot of stuff like that, where I would work with the Dynamesh stuff first, and then I would do my retopology later. Oh, we're coming to the end of the stream time. I did record this last hour, or I guess it looks like I only recorded the last 36 minutes or something. I should have recorded the whole thing, because I had enough troubles with the with my internet connection. ZBrush Live. So just for those of you who are not aware, ZBrush Live, I guess that's me. Hey, look at that. Let me see, we got communities, ZBrush Live. Where's the calendar? There it is. Look in the wrong area. Okay, so look at this, 11 o'clock. So another hour from now, Paul Gabriel will be getting on, and he'll be doing a Did You Know That session. Okay, so there are a ton of things that you can learn very easily by watching him. So yeah, tune into that if you're new to ZBrush, or even if you're seasoned industry expert. there's always something to learn. It's always super awesome. Yeah, let's do another little quick bit on this before, like I did with so I didn't show you guys the result of what I did working on my character post stream last time. Let me see. I'm on. So if any of you are familiar with Avatar Korra, the Avatar series, I did a redesign of Amon from Legend of Korra. This is if he had like an Old West sort of theme to him. So yeah, this is just for fun. I went through and created that, and then I also did a little bit of a composite. You might have seen it in the ad for today's stream. So yeah, it's kind of more of the moody composite. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Being able to put folds into the Dynamesh so you can topologize that in. It's a great point. I usually model it all in the after point. But then again, if you're doing clothing and you're doing retopology, you can just use ZRemesher most of the time, and that'll get you most of the way there, right? So yeah, that's just fine. I don't just stream through Pixologic. In fact, I just started up a Patreon. It's completely empty at the moment. Well, not empty. I've got things. I've got posts. All right, let's go ahead and I'll take you over to the actual page. And yeah, so here's like an example of like what a critique session would be like, where I'll go through and I'll do a sculpt over and talk about different things. I can't remember at what point of the process this was. This is for a friend of mine named Anthony. Did a really good job. I have a poll on here to be able to show or to be able to determine the design theme for July. So yeah, that'll be fun. This month I'll be focusing more on Black culture, Black characters, that sort of thing. I'll be putting in brushes, tutorials. I have a tutorial series I'm working on adding in. I've got my Sailor Moon redraw, which I'll be adding in a tutorial series based on her, primarily adding in just clothing, hair, those sorts of things. But yeah, so those are some of the things that I've got in so far. Like I said, it's super new, so whatever. Feel free to go check it out if you'd like to. And yeah, it's just super fun. Again, make sure to check out Paul Gabry later. He'll be on in an hour, and he'll be on for 2 hours, it looks like. I'll continue to work on my Storm character, and yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to get this looking sweet, be able to take her to final stages, kind of like what I did for my. Maybe I'll pull her up real quick. This is literally the second Sailor Moon character that I've done in recent weeks. Yeah, so there's my Sailor Moon character. So yeah, she's fun. She's got the boots and everything. I need to go through and pose her and all of that. I want to go through and rig her, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, lots of fun. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and thanks for all your patience through all the connectivity issues on my end. Hopefully you guys had a lot better of Hola, Emilio. ¿Cómo estás, brother? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream and had fun. I really appreciate you guys coming and chatting, and it always makes it more fun when you guys are around. So I will probably be on again in another couple of weeks here on Pixologic, and I'll probably be maintaining a good at least one stream on the Pixologic channel per month for the next while. So yeah, love to chat with you sometime about some of your workflow methods. But yeah, keep it to work. So next time I stream, I think it'll be 2 weeks from now. So the not the 29th, 14th, 19th. I was adding in 24 days instead of 14. Okay, yeah, so probably that day. I'll have to check. Actually, I'd pull it up right here real quick. Calendar says check out the 19th right here. So yeah, the 19th, 8 o'clock in the morning. Again, followed by Paul Gabry. So that'll be fun. So yeah, for anyone who wants to kind of keep track on those sorts of news, you know, I'll be keeping kind of an update on my Instagram as to like when I'll be streaming next, things like that, posting final images, those sorts of things. Yeah, there's some Dynamis action for you. But yeah, anyway, so lots of fun. And yeah, make sure you go check out Paul later. And we got Ana Carolina tomorrow. Lots of stuff going on in the coming days. Lots of really cool stuff. So yeah, cool. Thanks a lot, guys. And yeah, I'll put up this second section of the stream onto my YouTube channel, just so that it's up there in case anybody wants to see me frustrated with internet connection and stuff like that. Anyway, see you around, and stay safe, stay healthy, and